Hello and welcome to Diabetes Connections in the News. I'm Stacey Sims, and every other Friday, I bring you a short episode with the top diabetes stories and headlines happening now. Our top story this week, Mannkind expects to talk to the FDA about Afrezza inhaled insulin for kids early in 2025. The company just announced 6-month results from its Phase 3 INHALE-1 study of kids aged 4 to 17. These were kids with either type 1 or type 2, comparing inhaled pre-meal insulin with multiple daily injections of rapid-acting insulin, both in combination with basal. A 26-week extension phase in which all remaining MDI patients were switched to inhaled insulin is still going on. This is one of those studies where they talk about non-inferiority. They're basically trying to show that there's not a big difference between Afrezza and MDI, and this study bore that out. After 26 weeks of treatment, there was also no difference in lung function between the treatment groups and no concerns in safety measures, including hypoglycemia. Dexcom announces the use of AI for its Stelo platform. The company says the new Dexcom Gen AI platform will, quote, analyze individual health data patterns to reveal a direct association between lifestyle choices and glucose levels while providing actionable insights to help improve metabolic health. Stelo users will start seeing the features this week, and we're going to hear more about this in January. Dexcom is going to be part of a panel at the big consumer electronics show about AI and healthcare. And by the way, this press release is the first time I've seen what seems to be a new slogan for Dexcom: discover what you're made of. And staying with Dexcom, users report that the geofencing issue we've reported on seems to be resolved. Previously, if you had an issue with the Dexcom G7 outside of your home country, you couldn't reinstall it or use the app without customer support. With the latest iOS and Android G7 apps, this seems to no longer be a problem, and this is according to the folks in the DIY community who first brought it to my attention. Interesting insulin development to watch. Egypt approves Eva Pharma's insulin drug products, which is a collaboration between Eli Lilly and Eva, an Egyptian company. Launched in 2022, the collaboration is supposed to deliver a sustainable supply of high-quality, affordable insulin to at least 1 million people in low to middle-income countries, most of which are in Africa. This is part of something called the Lilly 30/30 initiative, which aims to improve access to quality healthcare for 30 million people annually by 2030. Can we add treating sleep apnea to the list of applications for tirzepatide? That's the generic for Zepbound and Mounjaro. Phase 3 study showing that 10 and 15 milligram injections of Zepbound significantly reduced apnea among those who have obesity and moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea. There was also a nearly 20% reduction in weight among those in the trials. Lilly says it plans to submit its findings to the Food and Drug Administration beginning in the middle of next year. Health Canada has okayed Tandem's t:slim X2 with G7 and G6 from Dexcom, making it the first and only insulin pump in Canada that is integrated with both Dexcom sensors. Tandem will email all in-warranty t:slim X2 users in Canada with instructions on how to add the new feature free of charge via remote software update, and pumps preloaded with the updated software will begin shipping to new customers in January 2025. A federal judge has awarded Insulet $452 million in its patent issue with EOFlow. We told you about this last year. Insulet filed a lawsuit in 2023 claiming EOFlow copied patented components of the Omnipod insulin pump. A Massachusetts district court did issue a preliminary injunction against EOFlow in October, and after that, Medtronic called off plans to buy the company. Some twists and turns here. A federal appeals court overturned the preliminary injunction, and there's a separate injunction filed in Europe. But this was a jury award. A judge has not yet entered a judgment on the decision. A diabetes teleeducation program has resulted in significant improvements in patient outcomes, including better blood sugar levels and increased use of medical devices to manage the disease. This is a University of Florida study. The program used the Extension for Community Healthcare Outcomes model, which is known as Project ECHO. It's been adopted worldwide to train doctors who treat patients with a variety of conditions. And this is one of the first times that they've demonstrated patient benefits for the program in a large randomized trial. New app under development to make driving safer for people with diabetes. Diabetes Driving Pal says it will use CGM data to guide you while you're driving without, quote, any annoying alerts. Guidance and suggestions will be on your car dashboard so you don't have to look at your phone, and it will be very individualized and actionable. They are starting beta testing in the next couple of months, looking to raise money. More information on this and every story over at diabetes-connections.com in the episode homepage. I'm also going to link up to the top 10 most read diabetes and endocrinology stories of 2024. That's from Medscape. It's almost all GLP-1 related, no surprise there, and mostly for people with type 2 diabetes. And that's it for the last in the news of 2024. Don't miss our regular interview episode next week. It's actually not going to be a regular interview. We're going to do a look ahead to what we are watching in 2025 in terms of technology and research and other good stuff in the diabetes community. I'm Stacey Sims. I'll see you back here soon. Until then, be kind to yourself.
Diabetes Connections is a production of Stacey Sims Media. All rights reserved, all wrongs avenged.